Folks, nothing is adding up here with this Tyre Nichols case. I mean, it really is 2 + 2 = 5 here. So I want to focus on two articles, one at NPR, the other at ABC News, because now it's coming out, and this is at Fox. Some other sites are reporting this too. A 6th officer has been relieved of his duties with the Memphis PD who was involved in this incident. Preston Hemphill, who joined the force in 2018, he used his taser during the initial stop, but he was not present during the second altercation where he had these 5 officers basically beat the tar out of Tyre Nichols. How many people were on the scene here? That's what I'd like to know. How many people were on the scene during this incident? So it says here at NPR, the traffic stop was unusual. Philip Stenson, a criminal justice professor at Bowling Green State University in Ohio, described the initial traffic stop as, quote, highly unusual for a variety of reasons. Quote, it is not a normal traffic stop, he told NPR. They were not in marked vehicles, number one. Number two, they were not wearing normal police uniforms. Number three, they pulled him out of the car, got him down on the ground, and pepper sprayed him. And these officers were not on typical patrol duty, but they were part of this specialized unit known as Street Crimes Operations to Restore Peace in Our Neighborhoods, or Scorpion. I said it before. Anytime you have a government agency that's got a long name to it, be suspicious. But this is all part of their diversity program to target crime and have better relations with minorities. Now, the unit was launched back in 2021, coincidentally, to reduce violent crime and the number of violent hotspots in the city. Sue Raher, last name R-A-H-R, the former sheriff of King County, Washington, who was on President Barack Obama's task force on 21st century policing, said that specialized squads can develop an aggressive culture that sees their work as a kind of war where everybody in the neighborhood is, quote unquote, the enemy. They also say here the amount of force used was unwarranted. Police are supposed to use a reasonable necessary amount of force to accomplish an arrest. But, as you know, the police, in this case, went far beyond that, Stinson said. They did not really seem to have an interest in getting him handcuffed. They seemed to have an interest in giving him a beating. With 5 officers, there's no reason why they couldn't have subdued him and handcuffed him. They also mentioned here that other officers should have intervened when he needed medical aid, and it took 20 minutes for the ambulance to arrive, for any EMTs to get there. Who is giving the orders here? So let's talk about what this Scorpion unit is. This is over at ABC. As mentioned in the NPR article, it was launched in November 2021, and it's made up of 40 officers split into 4 teams who patrol high-crime hotspots throughout the city. MPD Assistant Chief Sean Jones told reporters during the launch that Scorpion officers would focus on auto thefts, gang-related crimes, and drug-related crimes. So was Tyre Nichols living in a high-crime area? Probably. Quote, it's important that each of us or each member of the community feels that they can go to the grocery store or live in their house without their house being shot or shooting frequently occurring on streets and on the roadways, Jones told ABC affiliate WATN in November 2021. The locations chosen by the police were determined based on the number of 911 calls, Jones said at the time. And 2 months into this Scorpion unit's deployment, the mayor of Memphis, Jim Strickland, said that it was an effective program and that they were responsible for 566 arrests, 390 of them felony arrests. They seized over $103,000 in cash, 270 vehicles, 253 weapons. This all between October 2021 and January 23, 2022. Well, why haven't we heard about these other cases? Were they aggressive in these other cases? Criminal justice reform activists and some residents, however, have accused officers in the unit of using excessive force. Why wasn't this reported, if that was the case? We talk about Ben Crump here. I'm not going to go into detail here. You know who Ben Crump is. The Memphis PD did not immediately comment on Crump's allegations. During this interview, we talked about how Tyre Nichols was being brutalized, cursed at, beaten. But the Memphis Police Association, the union representing the city police officers, said in a statement Friday following the release of the footage that, quote, it is committed to the administration of justice and never condones the mistreatment of any citizen nor any abuse of power. Patrick Yoes, Y-O-E-S, the president of the National Fraternal Order of Police, one of the largest police unions in the country, issued a statement Friday evening calling Nichols' death, quote, a criminal assault and saying that the actions of the officers accused in his death do not constitute legitimate police work or traffic stop gone wrong. Who is overseeing the Scorpion unit? I mean, and now you have a head of this department here, this Sarah-Lene, what's her last name, Jones, whatever it is, or is it Dave? I can't remember. They switch these people so often. Well, apparently she was fired from her previous job for botching an investigation. I think one of these officers on this unit was involved in the brutal beating of a prison inmate. I mean, you can correct me on that in the comment section below. This stuff's all coming out now. So it just stinks, folks. This just stinks. There's something that doesn't add up here. So I just want to come here and talk about this, give you the latest. We have a 6th officer who has been relieved of his duties, Preston Hemphill. And there was just bad decision-making all around. And why was Tyre Nichols initially stopped? They're saying because of reckless driving. And Sarah-Lene, whatever her name is, she, I don't have all the information in front of me, so I'm just doing this on the fly today. But she said, yes, there may have been reckless driving. Well, was there reckless driving involved that caused the initial stop, or wasn't there? Seems like she's dancing around the issue here. Or is it going to come out, as I have a feeling it will, that there was a little more to the story that they're not telling us and that they really wanted the media attention here? I know that sounds kind of like far-fetched or maybe conspiracy theory. But I really think there is something more to this that's going to come out in the future. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. You like the video, you know what to do. You can also follow me at Instagram, #JasonComposes, or you can find me at Twitter, Culture Confederacy at Twitter. You know how we do it here. This is where the past crashes with the present. This is the Culture Confederacy saying peace out. Stay safe, everybody. God bless this thing we call the United States, and I'll catch you next time.